And as men, our goal is to model, mentor, and multiply. You feel me? As men, our number one goal is to model the right behaviors, mentor those to other men, and then multiply those principles and ideas that are going to continue to help us grow into the people, mentor, and multiply as many men as I possibly can. I know it's hard to believe because of this beautiful hairdo, but I spent 23 years in the United States Navy. So I appreciate my brothers from the military coming up here talking to you. 23 years of my life was spent in the military. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I ended up being planted here in the Milwaukee area with a purpose. I could have went back to New York, or I could have went anywhere in the world when I retired. But I decided that this would be home, so it is home. And I'm looking for a home in the city here, a school, a community, someplace to plant myself so I can grab my roots down deep, like original Adam did, and handle my business. Are you ready to handle your business with me? Yeah, because this is home for me. I already feel it. All right. So this is it for me. All right. Everybody know what a millionaire looks like? Raise your hand. You seen one before?
Yeah.
Seen a couple before? Right.
Yes, a couple of them.
That's good. I want you to know that. This is what a millionaire looks like. All right. This is what a millionaire looks like. I knew you would love that when I saw you down the hallway. I knew you would. I'm like, this dude's going to eat this up. That's why I was talking to him in the hallway. Like, ooh, wait till I take off my wig and expose the real man. He's going to lose his mind. It's because I spent my whole life reading. I had difficulty as a little boy reading a book. It was just difficult for me. I couldn't fathom it. I'm like, this just doesn't work for me. So like an animal, I learned how to read people. So as I learned how to read people, science became more interesting. Social studies became more interesting. But the social studies that I got myself into was the social study of people, the social study of behavior, the social study of attitude. She said, hey, would you go get me a Pepsi? Sure. So I scooted off to get her a Pepsi. On the way out of the store from getting her a Pepsi, two teenage boys abducted her. One was 17, one was 19. Stuck a knife in my back, took me around the building into an abandoned building on the 4th floor, stabbed me in the back, took my shoes and attempted to push me off the roof. In my fight, not to fall off that roof, I gave up because I knew I was going to fall. So I just gave up. Like, I'm going to fall, so just fall. Everything went blank, everything went silent. New York is never silent. There's always sirens, there's always people, there's always horns blowing. Everybody's in a hurry, everybody's anxious. It was silent. My vision went blank. Everything was white. Sooner or later, how much time I have no idea, this whiteness dissipated and I could see. My hearing came back. I looked down and I could see the people in the cars. I looked behind me, I could see my shoes, and I felt my back, and yes, I was bleeding. So this young man did stay out. No place for me. This is about learning who you are. We'll never find out who we are until we're pushed. Did I hear that? Did you hear me? Let me take you back. Are you with me? I didn't find out who I was until he attempted to push me off the building. And from that moment on, I know who I am. You got to be pushed to find out who you are. When we pick up our child and we throw him up in there and we play with him, and he slob and drool on us, we think it's the coolest thing on the planet. We wipe it off. We think it's cool. It's our baby boy. It's precious to us. And then somewhere along the line, work, life, stress, our own visions and dreams and passions start to separate us from this young man. And before you know it, he belongs to someone else. Because in that separation, in that gap, that evil spirit can step in there and fill it and go, hey, you need some money? You need something to do? Let me show you how to move the packs. Let me show you how to hotwire this car. Let me show you how to get this girl to do anything that you want to do. In that separation of us going after our visions and dreams, somebody else needs to step in there to help us out. Anybody ever been in that situation? Any of us feel that way? Like, man, I gotta work, and I have to fulfill my obligation. You know what I'll do? I heard about this beautiful concept called school. I'll send them to school. If I told you that I could send you someplace where they would help you fulfill any dream or aspiration that you have, all you have to do is listen, I think you would go with it.
I think I would.
Huh? You think it would?
I would.
You think it would? I love you already, baby. Because that's what it's about. But the problem even in the school is we've learned in that separation, as dad had to part and take care of business, and somebody else stepped in there, that our children that are less fortunate than we are training our kids. So the heir to my dreams is not being fulfilled by a mature male adult role model, but another child who has less than great intentions for my baby. That is strength from deep inside me that says, nothing, he said it earlier, nothing will stop me from reaching my goals and my full potential. Nothing. You cannot distract me from doing what a man is supposed to do. Have dominion over this planet. And it starts right here. It starts right here. If you have difficulty in math, reading, science, or social studies, find somebody to help you. Don't go hang out with someone who has no great intentions for your being and for your life. My partner and I wrote our own curriculum. It's called CORE. It stands for Committed, Obedient, Responsible Engagement. Commitment means set a goal and follow through. Obedience means follow the boundaries, work within the boundaries. So for you in school, you have to work within those boundaries. I can't come to school all weeded up in an institution that is for higher learning. Imagine this now. Before I walk up in here, y'all, I'm ready. I'm ready. If you step up in math class like this, looking at everybody else like, there's no way y'all could understand it. Oh, we understand this. We can't believe you came in here smelling like that and disrespecting what's going on. Because that is disrespect. All right? That is disrespect. This is an education. This is a place for higher learning. This is not meant for you to come here and play and do whatever you want to do. You're supposed to come here in the right frame of mind of feel me. Feel me. Rest and guide me. When you come to school, you'll learn how to work. The 8 hours or 9 hours that you come to school is teaching you how to work 8 or 9 hours so you have to go get a job. That's what it's teaching you. We've built into the structure of the educational system a format to make you a successful man. You're not meant to play. Well, thank you so much. You're not meant to disrespect my teacher. It's just any adult. And I demand the same thing from any young person. So to keep from going up in their grill, I decided to find a way to motivate them and educate them with a lot of fun and excitement. So what that did for me is allow me to let out my skills. It allowed me to say, well, let me learn their style. Let me learn their dances. Let me learn their moves. Let me figure out what makes them happy, right? And then I'm going to start using that as a tool because I love to dance. And I want us men, right, because we're integrated now, to keep that thought in mind. We cannot be separated. Feel the light, brush over. Ow! I guess it's my version of school right here. This is my version of school right here. Not only are you going to learn how to act and have fun and be who you are, you're going to learn how to dance too. Oh! Anybody know anything about tribes? I know you do. You're an educated man. Tribal behavior, tribal culture. The men get together and they dance, and they talk, and they sing. They're teaching their offspring how to take what they have and take it to a higher level. Now add to this. Make it yours. Add to this. Make it yours. It's not mine. I'm giving this to you. Now you do something even better with it. Don't tear it apart. Don't take it down. Brother said it all. He might do it a little differently than me, but he said it all. But I've learned in my life to touch you. You got to be able to get into your culture. What is the topic of this one? To change behavior, we got to change the culture. How'd it go?
Change the culture, change the climate.
We got to change the climate. Let's go back to Coach Ray's school. Here we go. I won't let you go. I'm not going to let you go. Because I love you.